Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Perfect English with Mamta. On this channel, I explain prose, poetry, and grammar in the simplest way possible, helping you understand concepts clearly and write perfect answers in your exams. Let's start today's lesson and enjoy learning English like never before. Hello everyone, today we are learning a new poem, Rain on the Roof. This poem is written by Coates Kinney. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. The poem describes a rainy night. Dark clouds hover the sky and gentle rain begins to fall. He feels peacefully and happy lying in bed, listening to the soft sound of the rain on the roof. The rain makes the night feel calm and comforting. The mood is peaceful and comforting. Theme: Nature's soothing power. Stanza 2. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now each raindrop sound on the roof brings back his memories. The poet starts imagining dreamy thoughts. His old memories come alive in his mind, like threads weaving a cloth. Rain helps him remember happy times from the past. So the mood of this second stanza is reflective and nostalgic. Rain as a trigger for memory and emotion. Stanza 3. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers, as she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me, as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. The poet remembers his mother who used to care for him lovingly. He imagines her looking at him with kindness. The sound of rain brings her memory back clearly. He feels close to her again, even though she is no longer with him. So the mood of the third stanza is tender and emotional. Theme: love, loss, and comfort of memory. Overall theme of the poem is healing power of the rain. The sound of the raindrops helps us relieve and comfort an overburdened mind. The rain has healing powers and forms lasting memories in the human mind. The sequence of the poem. The poet was lying on his bed. Then he heard the sound of the clouds and rainfall. After that, he senses that every sound that is produced by the rain, and it brings back his wonderful memories of childhood. His thoughts eventually leads him to his mother. At last, he recalls what his mother did and recollects the memories of the time spent with his mother. The poem Rain on the Roof, written by Coates Kinney, is very different from a popular genre of poems that speak about rain. In this poem, the poet is referring to the joys and happiness that which the rain unfolds as it makes an appearance upon the earth. It is with a lot of apprehension that one welcomes the rain, afraid of the havoc it may cause. People react differently to the arrival of rain. The farmer is happy while the homeless does not welcome it with joy. The poet therefore enumerates both joy and sorrow in his poem. Rain is universally loved by the little children, who are unmindful of the miseries of life. That is why Even as he ages, rain quietly brings with it sweet memories of his childhood in which his mother played a prominent role. All sorrows are forgotten as soon as his mother appears in his thoughts and dreams. Remembering his past, the poet listens to the pitter-patter of the rain and transports himself into a world of bliss. What does the poet convey when he says the humid shadows hover all the starry spheres? The poet beautifully describes how the night sky, which is full of twinkling stars, get covered by dark, heavy clouds floating in the sky. Even though the stars are hidden for some time, they are still there behind the darkness. The poet may be trying to say that behind every sad moment or dark phase in life, there is always some light waiting to appear. The darkness is only a temporary cover, just like the clouds. Once this false appearance moves away, the light shines again. In simple words, the poet wants us to remember that hope and happiness always return, even after difficult times. How is the rain a bliss for the poet? Describe. The poet has developed a deep attachment with the rain. He desires to lie on his cozy bed and enjoy the falling of raindrops on the roof. When he hears the pattering of raindrops, the sweet memories of his childhood evaporate in his heart. He becomes nostalgic and remembers his mother. The picture of his mother reels over his eyes. He recalls how his mother had liking for sweet dreams. On hearing patter of rain on the roof, the poet forgets his worries and becomes filled with new hopes and aspirations. Hence, the rain is a bliss for the poet. What is the single major memory that comes to the poet? Who are the darling dreamers he refers to? The poet has memories of his beloved mother. As a child, she would put him and his siblings to bed and allowed him to sleep till late. They had sweet dreams in their sleep. Darling dreamers refers to the poet and his siblings when they were children and had sweet dreams. They were loved by their mother and so they were darlings. Figures of speech, alliteration. Repeating the same starting sound in nearby words. Humid hover, starry spheres, press pillow, lie listening, busy being, their thread, rain roof, memory my mother, darling dreamers. Metaphor. A direct comparison without using like or as. Example, 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. Thoughts are compared to living things that come alive with the rain. Imagery. These are the words that create picture in the reader's mind. For example, soft rain overhead. Humid shadows hover. These lines help us see and feel the rainy scene. Onomatopoeia. Words that imitate sounds. For example, tinkle on the shingles. Tinkle mimics the soft sound of raindrops hitting the roof. Personification. Giving human qualities to non-human things. For example, melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. Darkness is described as if it can cry, showing sadness. Thank you.